5, 4, 3. Bring me the energy, Jake. 2.
Welcome to Sneakers and Stogies, and it is Friday, Concert Shirt Friday.
Yerd.
We are live.
Yerd.
But I needed that energy because, I've been mellow. Product of Jack Daniels.
No Carmelo.
Thank you because I needed that energy. But today, you got your YouTube villain Landon Strange.
And your boy Op Trademas, Primal if you nasty.
And we have a lot of topics to talk about on Juneteenth because, it's Juneteenth, it's Friday.
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. But we also have a special guest today. He won't give you his name yet. He's more mask villain than me. And I ain't got my mask on today. But, until he gives me his name, he will not get a proper introduction. So, therefore, I'm happy that he's here because he has to talk about his fish story.
Yes, sir.
And I have to pick his brain on Snow in the Bluff and Room 33, my personal subject of the day.
Whew.
But it's Friday, Juneteenth. Mm-hmm. Let's have a moment of silence for Juneteenth because it should be a federal holiday. So let's take that moment of silence. All right, we back. We're back. So, a lot has happened this week.
Too much.
Too goddamn much. And if you watch the Wednesday episode, which should be coming out, Tuesday episode, my bad, it should be coming out soon, that you will see that Tuesday was dry as fuck. But the rest of the week, the nut shit began.
Yep.
The mask nut shit began.
Like your boy Donald Trump saying that he made it known that Juneteenth's a holiday.
Like he made Juneteenth famous. The fuck you did. The only thing you made famous was the wig that you're wearing. Whoever brand that is, that glue is strong as fuck. The women need to support that wig supply because at the end of the day, that wig is holding up tougher than most people's tans.
Hey, but wasn't he trying to have a rally on Juneteenth?
Yeah,
in Tulsa,
Oklahoma,
hey.
On the 99th anniversary of the Black Wall Street. He's tried to have a rally. He pushed it back till, what was it? He pushed it back till tomorrow.
Said his black friends.
He ain't got that many.
It wasn't a good idea.
The only black friend he really has in office is Ben Carson, and we don't fuck with him. He don't fuck with us. I mean, yeah, doctor, I get it. You got money, that's cool. But at the end of the day, you ain't doing shit to help us out.
All doctors don't have money. Remember that.
Oh, that is true. All doctors do not have money. But yeah, thank God he didn't put it today. But even still, putting on this weekend is ass enough as it is. And me trying to get this lighter lit, the cigar lit is just not working today.
Use the matches right next to you.
I will, but I got it lit. Yay!
Complications that I have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen.
The struggle of being Landon Strange, a normal person that's not so normal, random as fuck.
Just imagine, I deal with this since I was 5.
Still, it's a good thing to deal with.
I have a question for you guys. How do you think society would have reacted if Trump would have went through with that rally?
It would have been a race riot.
For sure, riots.
It would have been fucking riots in Tulsa. It would have been literally 99 years of revenge on riots. And it would have been another riot that happened, but this time the black folks would have been getting their revenge.
Like, to be honest, I'ma just go ahead and say it out there. Somebody, I don't know who it would have been, but somebody would have went through all of Trump's security and iced that boy.
I mean, I don't normally condone, slaughters of presidents and assassinations. I don't condone it.
I don't either. I'm just saying if he would have went through with it.
Hey, that man would have been celebrated. That's all I'm going to say.
Like, he already mad because we celebrated Obama on his birthday.
For sure did. I do it again. I do it every year he is alive or still kicking. Because he look like it's sad when your own Republican Party, the Lincoln Project, is doing videos that make you look horrible. Talk me something about that. They doing better than the Democrats are blowing up this nigga, man.
Hey, we still waiting on the Simpsons prediction. That's all I'm going to say. I'm still waiting on the Simpsons
Fact.
prediction. Because everything they've predicted have come into fruition.
Most of the big predictions that come
exactly.
Because they have this on YouTube that said they have some predictions that haven't came out yet.
Well, I'm waiting on this one. I ain't even going to say what it is, but I'm just waiting on it. If you a true Simpson fan, you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So, before we get deeper into the show, today, by the time this episode comes out, hopefully it'll be the 30th anniversary. No, the 25th, 30th anniversary. My numbers might be off of the Jordan 1s. because we're gonna also have a mid-season. This is technically the mid-season finale,
Yo.
and technically finger quotes, but we're still gonna be shooting, but we're not gonna be releasing as much just so we can get everything in order. But as you see, we have a list of ones from the Olympics, the Royal Toe mids, the original Royal Toes. We got no, we don't have the Pine Greens, thank God. We got the Boston Celtics, thank God, and the hair ones. But needless to say, my first topic of the day, the Pokemon expansion pack.
$30 for the Pokemon expansion pack.
So is it separate or is it together, 2 packs?
From what I read in the Nintendo store, it's like once you purchase it, then once you purchase it, you already get access to the Isle of Armor.
Of course, I remember that.
Where you get the Cubfu legendary Pokemon, and you technically have to choose how you want to evolve it.
Yeah, because it's 2 different evolutions. I remember seeing that in the video.
So the 2 evolution characteristics is a dark fighting and a dark water.
So the real nigga would be the Dark Water, but
Yeah, because the dark fighting is single strike, but the water is multi strikes.
so basically like Bruce Lee in a sense.
Exactly, with the specials and the Gigantamax. So, once you purchase the $30 expansion pack, it's $29.99.
Of course.
Once the next wave come out,
The second part.
Yeah, the second
The
part.
Crown Tundra.
In November.
Yes.
I think you already automatically get it since you already paid the $30.
Okay, that makes sense.
Don't quote me, but
We'll get the facts.
we'll get the facts and let y'all know. Put it in the description below. But so far, the expansion pack is a go.
Since we're taking a mid-season break as well, I want to get hopefully Ivy and Wally on starting while we're still recording.
Yeah.
So that way we can have on, because I want her to talk about the donations and everything that she's been getting for her show.
Yeah.
I mean, not for her show, but for her
Ivy Farm.
Ivy Farms.
Yeah.
And then our other interview that was supposed to be the Saturday got pushed back, which kind of is a good thing because we had to plan some stuff out, and she had a friend that come through from Cali, so it was also family come through from Cali, so that's also a good thing.
Yeah.
So that gives us time to break, get through the editing and get to everything because we've been pushing the envelope.
Yeah, I mean, also with the mid-season finale, we can also give them more box openings from our packages with Thompson Cigars.
Exactly. So that way.
And also Sweet Lip Cigars Lounge.
How was that? We need to talk about that.
Man, when I say it was the best vibes I've had in a cigar lounge, already it's black owned.
Okay.
And me and Jakari talked to the owner.
Hey, whoa, before we get there, you can't say his name until he gives me a nickname.
Well, okay, I do apologize, LB. I apologize, LB.
Until he gives me a nickname?
Since Jake is being a dick, I apologize, LB. Everybody know who he is.
I didn't wear my mask yet. I want to wear my mask.
But he's being a dick. But with me and one of my good line brothers
Fair enough.
went to Sweet Lips Cigar Lounge.
Thank you.
We had a real good chill vibe moment. You know what I'm saying? The owner was mad chill. I had the Paradama 20th anniversary. I still have the wrapper. Where's the wrapper? The wrapper's right here. Post the cigar in the description below. But the 20th.
And that's your cigar of the day, right?
That excuse me, but yeah, that's my cigar of the day too.
Woo.
20th
Tell me one more time over there, please.
20th anniversary.
Bring it down.
So real chill, man. It's BYOB. So me and Jakari thought they played it smart. I'm sorry. Me and my LB.
Until he texts me the name.
Me and
I'm not saying his name.
Me and my LB thought they were playing it smart because our Pro Fight Coop
Yeah, I know cool.
has his liquor store right next to it. So you can buy your liquor from OST Liquors, and then if you want to go sit in a cigar lounge at Sweet Lips, you can just bring your bottle there.
Which is a bonus because you're getting cigar liquor.
Exactly.
The ladies get to get their hair stuff on the way.
Exactly.
And then you got, what else? There was something else there.
There's a veterinarian over there, a vet shop, and there's a marketing
But there was another thing.
Oh, so we got word that our other pro fight, once it's been confirmed that he's opening a daiquiri shack in between OST Liquors and Sweet Lip Cigars.
So that means 08's taking over.
08 is taking over, ladies and gentlemen.
08.
Hey, I'm trying to be on they type of level. You feel me?
I'm here for
Get
it.
a couple sweets and we open up some stuff as Fall 13.
Exactly. Fall 13, production. Literally.
Hey, literally. But the vibes is there. It's real chill. Once you go in, like, good music playing. They had some Erykah Badu playing. The humidor is all the way in the back.
Okay.
They have a nice selection. The owner actually has his own brand of cigars. I didn't purchase them because I saw Paradoma and that was
It just snapped.
yeah. Like that was the only Paradoma I haven't smoked was the 20th anniversary, and to sit there and smoke it and enjoy it, like that was an amazing feeling. Like I recommend, like, if you're a cigar smoker and you just want a lounge to kick it in, just to chill, like, check out Sweet Lip Cigars off of OST, Old Spanish Trail.
For those who don't know.
For those who don't know. And, just go enjoy it, vibe out, have a good time. And they got a chessboard there.
Ooh.
They had people playing chess when you first walk in. So,
That's good.
the vibes is there.
And see, we finally got the name that we're going to call our line brother, JB the Intelligent Investor. And I'm here for it. Because, he talks about a lot about investment. We're going to get into that too. So So when we're going to probably take 2 breaks within that. Now, I want to talk to him, not just about the fish. I think that's more your subject. But I want to get with him on the music.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's more of a conversation that we can literally have and have a perfect debate on.
Well, I mean, you could do it all at once, so it won't be multiple transitions with me and you.
But I rather that because it helps with the editing flow.
Yeah.
I don't like getting up and then having to cut because you got to remember I'm editing from scratch.
Yeah, that's fine.
And like the audio is easier for me to edit because all I have to do is just listen. But when it comes to actually like watching the film, making sure the lips match, making sure that everything flows, I have to have the cuts because it helps me know where I need to, edit.
Hey, it's all good.
Because I need to bring it back. So, we got the cigar shop told us some good news as well, right?
Yeah, and OST Liquor told us some good things too. So, the owner of OST Liquor, our pro fight Coop and his wife, they told us while they were fixing up in there, we went in there and chopped it up with them for a little bit.
Okay.
They said if we wanted to come film the podcast there, hey, let them know, and it's green light.
3 more locations that wants to get in Stogies. Just remember.
It's green light. And then talking to the owner, like I told him we was gonna give him a shout out, and he said, hey, take my number down, and if y'all wanna come and film, come film. So, hey, we gonna have a Instagram in the bottom of the screen.
And then also I added into the video so that way when I do put the podcast separately, that you will have the Instagrams as well. Because I've got a list of Instagrams that I've been adding to it as well. So that's a good thing. But there's so much going on this week. And that's a positive thing that happened. I'm glad that it did happen. That happened because I couldn't go during the editing process of what we're going through. That's why we need this mid-season break.
Yep.
We have literally 11 some videos on there, plus more I still need to edit to get on there as well. And it's a good thing.
Yep.
But before we take the break, we're going to look at the shoes. Now, to my right, which is y'all's left, of course, I'm not going to be an ass, we have the Royal Ones. And they're the original colorway with the Nike Air. But the thing is, they're released within the last 2 years. So I like the white bottom, the white toe, but the mid box, the box literally right here, it's not like the pine greens, but you cannot see the crease either, which is a good thing. So when I show the shoes on B-roll, you'll love to see them. Now, I have a pair that I beat to hell, and I'm not even gonna lie. I beat the fuck out of these shoes. My Olympic ones, it's one of my favorite shoes. I used to skateboard in them. I've had these since 2008, the Ike Hurricane. So it was one of my favorite shoes to have. But when we bring another pair of ones, the Boston Celtic ones, oh shit, it's my nigga DJ T-Raw in the mix. But this is one of his ones, these green ones. You don't see the creases in these, which is what I like. Like, unlike the pine greens, you don't see the crease, but the material's just trash. But this was a nice pair. And then we brought back the royal ones on this side. We brought these back because they're nice. For the mid-top, they're really nice.
Yeah, and those, I will say, those are the only pair that I rock with that are mid-tops. Because I don't really rock with mid-tops like that. I rock with high tops, low tops,
And see, we only had 2 high tops here compared to the rest of them.
Exactly.
Oh, DJ T-Raw said you rock a low top.
I hope your hair fall out.
Wow, we are roasting live, ladies and gentlemen. It is live roasting.
Hair fall out.
Live roasting
Look at you. What kind of socks you got on? You got some Snoopy socks? You a dog now? Huh? You be traveling? Where your little yellow bird at? Huh?
Hey, don't talk about Woodstock.
What Woodstock at? Huh? You smoke like you at Woodstock, but you ain't got no Woodstock. Huh?
We are roasting live roasting network. Stamp.
Oh no, Damo, we ain't forget about you. Your roasting is coming.
I'm glad we getting live roasting network because that's probably gonna be a side thing. We gonna have a roast channel just roasting niggas low key.
Somebody that's innocent. I don't even do nothing to you.
You eating that pizza so you can get thick, huh?
Oh goddamn. We are going there.
Right.
I hope it's extra pepperoni on there, huh?
All your needles with me anyway, so.
Who?
All your needles.
Hey, we're not breaking them in this war zone. This is a non-neo war zone. We leave this out of there. We leave them out of this. I do not need them trying to flame on my channel and do something better, which they're not going to do. But we don't need
That
that.
part out, edit it out.
I'm not editing this out. It's live. But breaking it back before we take the break, I'm bringing in the hair ones. My 09 release, because niggas don't understand, like, the re-release wasn't as good as the original. And so...
Yeah, the original is way better.
Like, this is the better one compared to the newer release. And even those I skateboarded in. But the Olympics and the hairs got me through undergrad.
Like, the new releases, I didn't see much of a hype like I normally see for
Like
J's.
we had the hype.
Yeah.
Like, the only hype you really see is the Travis Scotts. And that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
When it comes to the diversity of the shoe and what brings everything back together. So...
For sure.
I'm sorry, the Live Roasting Network. Live Roasting Network. We gonna have a side channel. We have cigars and roasting.
Cigars, roasting, and drinking.
Yes, gotta have the drinks. Because you trying to get sponsored by Hennessy, so that's between you and them. Especially since they sponsoring black businesses now.
You see?
See?
You see?
See?
You see?
I see where you're going with.
You see where I'm going, man?
So,
hey, just be ready. I'm waiting on that cognac and tequila deal. Once that deal go through, we're gonna have our own sponsors.
Sponsor.
But Hennessy, we would still love you to sponsor us. Thank you. I'm your biggest fan.
So we about to take this quick break and bring in JB, the investigative investor. No, I'm sorry, JB, the intelligent investor.
How you mess up his name?
Because I just found out today.
Like, how you no.
Let's start.
Nah, you on my LB, like, cause they ain't give you a name, but then you mess up his name.
I've only said it twice.
What shit is that, bro?
Twice.
Nah.
Fuck that. You got to run it just a little bit long before they run it out.
Nah.
Luckily, Donald's trying to control the show.
Hey.
Because
You can't control me.
Hey, you can't listen to me, but I'm gonna say this. He just said the name. Literally.
That don't mean nothing.
Look,
that don't
I ain't
mean
been online
nothing.
almost 10 years. So I don't remember info like that like him. So
That
my
don't-
apologies.
that don't mean
JB,
good.
the
Yeah.
intelligent investor. My bad.
Yeah, apologize to my nigga, man.
Hey.
That's fucked up shit. You wouldn't let me say the nigga name
You
because
damn
he
right.
give you a nickname.
It
But
took him
then when he give you a
It took
nickname,
him almost the whole time.
No,
I
fuck
love
that.
my line brother to death.
Fuck
Don't
that.
get it twisted.
I'm on your head.
That's
bruh.
fine, but at the end of the day, I didn't want to call by his actual name because he got too much going on business wise. That's why I said, give me a nickname. I would have said Jay Diddy 8 racks after taxes, but that's neither here nor there. So, we about to take this break.
Yeah, we need to take this break.
We need to take this break.
So you take that phone call.
Not taking the phone call. I gotta get with Jakari. JB on this one. So,
All right.
Yo.
Yo, welcome back. It's your boy, Optramus Primal. If you're nasty, with my LB, one of my favorite LBs, JD, intellectual investor.
Wait a minute. You got on your link for messing up my name, and then you came over here and butchered my name?
Wait. So it's not JD?
It's JB.
JB.
Jay,
Do you know
Mr.
what?
Intellectual, can you raise up a little bit?
Oh,
You're
I'm-
not short. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Damn. All right, well, my boy JB, intellectual investor, you know.
Intelligent investor. I am intellectual as well, though, but I appreciate that.
You know what? I'm gonna just call you Jakari.
Look, hey, that's perfectly fine too. We can keep it at JD if you want to.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
J
saying?
Diddy, 8 racks after taxes.
Something like that.
Hey, we got my boy on the show, man, all the way from Minnesota. How you been loving it out there in Minneapolis, man?
Let me tell you something about Minneapolis, man. The winter times are absolutely terrible, horrible. You know what I'm saying? But when that sun started to come out, completely different world, man. Land of 13,000 lakes to be exact.
Yep.
You get outside, get on that water, a little boat action, go get you some nice Italian food, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some nice Neapolitan pizza. We can't forget about the Juicy Lucy's.
The Juicy Lucy.
For all of y'all who don't know, you know what I'm saying? That Juicy Lucy's when they stuff the cheese on the inside of the burger.
The nookie.
There's nothing like it. Bro.
Nothing like it.
If you ain't had one,
man.
you gotta get out to the Twin Cities to get one.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm trying to get out there this year, whenever this coronavirus settles or whatever. But I'm trying to get out there. You know, we had a good time for your birthday.
We did.
Hennessy, tequila, mainly Hennessy.
A lot of long nights.
White Castle. I fell asleep on my White Castle while Jake, Toki, and Oliver went to go get White Castle. You went to sleep on your White Castle. Like, yo,
I wasn't even up for that.
you went straight to sleep, and I just told him, hey, go get my White Castle. And I fell in the middle of the couch, and I was out. But hey, that was a good time.
Definitely a good time.
But man, let's talk about this fish that you caught, man.
Yeah.
You and Wally, you know, another one of our good LBs, went on a fishing trip. And all I saw was, first I saw it on his story, which you posted up with this big ass fish.
I was.
Like,
It was a big fish too.
how was that experience, man? Like, what was going through your mind once that big ass fish just came up?
Well, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of a tough day for me. You know, my line brother, you know, was giving me all types of trash because I wasn't reeling in fish like, you know, him and his pops.
Mm-hmm.
And we had got into a good spot. Everybody was reeling in fish, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't hit yet. And we were running low on shrimp. That's the type of bait we were using. So I had this little baby shrimp, you know what I'm saying? Got my bait already on my hook, threw it out there, and it didn't take 30 seconds. I got a bite, and I set the hook, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's not no regular fish, you know what I'm saying? When you got something supreme on, you know what I'm saying? That thing took off, bro.
Supreme most noble.
Absolutely. You know it. Took off on me. So I was a little nervous at first. I was like, I don't even know what I got on here, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of got quiet, you know, because I wasn't sure, you know what I'm saying? And we're on a boat too, you know what I'm saying? I looked down, I was like, do I got enough room to maneuver? Because, you know, last thing I want to do is be in the, get overboard, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
with the fish on. So, you know what I'm saying? After I got settled and everything, I was like, wait a minute, y'all, like, this here the one, you know what I'm saying? This here the one. So, you know, I fought with me for about 45 minutes, bro. Like, I mean, we were getting ready to go in for lunch, you know what I'm saying? We had been out since 6 in the morning, got up at 4.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to plan out the day. We said, okay, you know, this is like the last one. You don't catch any this time, we'll go in. And then instantly got it hooked. An hour later, we're trying to reel it in, kept fighting, going back out, reel it in, fighting, going back out some more. And then finally, man, we got it close to the boat. We could start seeing the color of it. It was this big black drum, man. Huge fish. had to be like the granddaddy of the sea, man, because that thing was.
When y'all put it on that grill, it was for sure the granddaddy of the pit.
Absolutely, bro. You ain't lying, man. It was well worth it. It was well worth it. Shout out to my line brother Wiley, you know what I'm saying, for allowing me to go on a trip and everything. You know, he may outfish me, but you know what I'm saying, I caught the biggest fish.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
top prize right there,
exactly,
man. That's the top prize. Shout out to Wiley, man. And so me and you went to Sweet Lips Cigar Lounge the other day.
Indeed, we did.
How was your experience? I explained my experience, but how was your experience?
Man, I mean, I feel like it's one of those spots. If you in Houston, you a cigar smoker, you got to check it out.
Exactly.
And it's black owned.
Black owned.
You can't beat that.
And didn't the owner tell us he had like 13 other locations? One in New York, one in Tennessee, one in Atlanta.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bro, he sells his cigars everywhere. I'm definitely gonna look into purchasing some myself. But he's got the business down on lock. This venue is really like nice, low key, subtle vibes on the inside, good music playing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
BYOB, like you mentioned before. But it's one of those places you could just set up shop, kick it for a little while, smoke your cigar, have a good time, good conversation, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? And the humidor room, all the different cigar selections was really just a really dope experience.
Exactly. How did you enjoy your cigar that you purchased? Because you got a Paradama too.
I did, and man, that was a nice cigar. Good smoke. It's something that I needed for a while. I just really got on these Rocky Patels, so to switch over to Paradamo, that's gonna be the next purchase when I get back home. I'm gonna have to give me a couple of those. Smoke them.
Oh yeah, because I put you on Asylum 13. That was like your first cigar that you had.
You did. Asylum 13 was the first one, bro. And man, that Asylum, bro, you like that thing? That you can smoke that thing all day.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
We getting out here diversifying our cigar selection.
Sir.
Learning a lot more, and get to check out spots like Sweet Lips.
Exactly.
Right down the street from TSU.
Yep.
TSU alums, so it's really cool to just see the community like developing all these different things, a place for, young men and women to go to relax, smoke a cigar, have a good time.
Exactly, because they mainly did have people around our age, maybe a little older, but hey, I'm almost 30, so like I'll be 30 in December, so I like to say I'm in their age range, but hey, but the vibe is cool. But I think Damo had a question.
Yeah, for you and Jakari. You guys had mentioned that he owns different cigar lounges around the country, and it is a black-owned business. So I wanted to know to you guys, how important is it that black people go out and find what we do not own right now so they can put it out? How important is that to you guys?
That's real important because honestly, I go to a lot of cigar lounges, and Sweet Lips Cigar Lounge was the very first black owned that I went to. I've always thought about opening, my own lounge, but at first I wanted it to be a hookah lounge, like in the Mo City area, because Mo City really doesn't have good cigar lounges out there. If they do, it's kind of one of those bougie type cigar lounge where we got the black owned local seat in Houston off of MLK and Griggs. So that's very important. But if you're looking to be a black owned business, like start venturing out into like areas such as Third Ward, because gentrification is real.
Facts.
So why not take over before the gentrification starts? Yeah. Because everybody, you tend to hear people say, people of other color trying to take over our community. But at the same time, it's like, if you want people of your same color to like kind of take over instead of having other people take over, then why not let the people of your color take over so that we can prevent that from happening?
Facts. And talk about the whole network behind it too. The fact that like these business owners that have their businesses on the same in the same shopping center, they know each other.
Yeah.
Right. And it's easy just to talk to another business owner and especially one that looks like you, speaks like you, etc. You know, about different issues that you may have, or just going through paperwork, etc. to get your business up and running. So I think the fact that we have these, you know, different businesses now really growing, especially in Houston, Texas, you know, I think it's really just important, you know, especially for young entrepreneurs, young Black people who are, you know, venturing off into these spaces and want a space where they can go and just be their whole selves and see other people that look like them. You know, I think that's a really awesome thing. So
Yeah, and then me and you actually caught on to when we were talking to the owner, we had actually caught on to how we thought it was a good idea that our Pro Fight Coop had the liquor store and people could go in, buy their bottle, then come to Sweet Lips Cigar Lounge and get their chill on.
Exactly.
And get their cigar. So it's like the owner did tell us he knew our Pro Fight. So
right.
you know that's good that they already built that connection and that bond. So
Yeah.
it's like it's basically like if they go into the liquor store and the liquor store doesn't have, like, they have cigars, but they don't have a big selection.
Right.
Because some liquor stores don't have big selection of cigars. And basically, Coop could be like, oh, if you're looking for cigars, go next door. It's BYOB.
Exactly.
Boom. Building connections, building businesses.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to OSC Liquor coming soon, because that was just a really good play for them. For
Exactly.
you know, Sweet Lip Cigars as well. Really well thought out, and so it's going to be exciting when everything's all up and running, just to see the progress of everything. So
Exactly. So we're gonna take this quick break, and you know we're gonna have Landon Strange talk to our LB about the music and also the investment. So we'll be back. You heard?
2, 3 down.
We back. And so, this week, before we get to the Concert Shirt Friday, I really want to get talking about the music. Now, you like J. Cole.
I do.
I love No Name. And if it wasn't for Minnesota, honestly, I wouldn't have fell in love with No Name and Diddy Bop. And I have both her albums. I have the pre-release songs that she did beforehand with Chance. Mm-hmm. And I have both Room 31 and Room 32. So when Room 33 came out, when she dropped the lyrics on Twitter and Instagram, because I follow her and her book company, the book tour, I said, I'm listening to the song. I listened to it. My headphones were on fire for that 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So I heard some Snow in the book. I fully didn't finish it, not because I didn't want to, just because time constraint.
Yeah.
But what did you honestly think about this whole issue that's going on? Because I really want to know your opinion.
Yeah. So let's get back to the root, how this all came about. You know, obviously there's been a lot of protests and a lot of things going on in our communities, to our people.
Of course.
And I believe No Name spoke out on Twitter, a social media platform, saying, you know, these are you all favorite artists, talking about J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you know, and kind of like how they've been silent during this time.
But she said that multiple times beforehand too. Even before the protests, she's been vocal about that. Most likely after Room 25 came out, which was about almost 2 years ago, and she's been really vocal about people that's been silent, that's not really saying anything. So I really felt Room 33. But go on, I do want to really hear your opinion.
Yeah, and I felt it too. And you know, it was interesting to see, you know, to see J. Cole respond, because I felt like it was just a little bit out of the normal for him. You know, everybody has been asking about where's J. Cole? You know, when's the album gonna drop, Jermaine? You know,
But didn't he just drop like the Revenge of the Dreamers, the collector's edition?
he did drop Revenge of the Dreamers, but you know, Dreamville Festival, which was scheduled for this year, and he's been promoting the Fall Off. We've seen, you know, some promo for that. So everybody's been waiting on his individual album to drop this year, because he's been saying he's gonna drop. So everybody's like, where's Cole? You know, and then obviously everything's kind of transpired with COVID and everything going on, you know, with the Black community. And just with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and a countless list of others. So, you know, now here we are, right? And so it was really just kind of unique or a different experience, because, you know, J. Cole really doesn't like address things like this, you know, out in the open. And so it was really interesting to me, because I thought, okay, Cole's kind of stepping out of his lane here.
Yes,
know?
I agree.
And you know, I obviously I listened to both songs. I had talked to some people near and dear to me about both songs, you know, and one thing that I will say that I respect about Cole, you know, after listening to the song, yes, some of the things he said
Were misogynistic?
couldn't agree more.
Couldn't agree because
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it was deep.
It was deep. Could he have used a better choice of words?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
I will say this at the end of the song and throughout the song, he says, you know, maybe he needs to look at himself and say, like, am I doing enough? And I appreciated him for that because he took what No Name, you know, said, you know, he addressed her and said, okay, some of the things he said, he could have been said a whole lot better.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he said, okay, maybe, you know, I'm part of the root of the problem. And for me, you know, we're all human.
We make
grow,
mistakes.
We make mistakes. And I appreciate the fact that he said, okay, maybe I need to check myself at the door. You know what I'm saying? So that was a very compelling thing for me to hear. So I'm not gonna lie, you know, for Cole to, you know, come out like that was really a surprise. And so I think sometimes when you do things out of like spite like that, you know, you're gonna make mistakes.
Of course. I think Damo had an important question that she wanted to get out.
Yeah, you guys. So, I'm a big J. Cole fan too, and I really didn't find this comment so offensive, and I'm a woman for the simple fact that, like, what No Name said really was out of line towards Kendrick and J. Cole, and I feel like J. Cole recorded that out of reaction. He wasn't more so thinking, what is this gonna do for my career? So, and at the end of the day, he's human, so he was right to feel how he feels at that moment, and he admitted himself that he reflects it. So I wanted to ask you guys, how important is it that society needs to remember at the end of the day, they're still human?
I'll take it because it's very important to remember they're still human, and at least they're both fighting for the same cause. The views might be different, the way they reach their opinions might be different, but it's important that society know that they're both human and they both make mistakes. Because I'll be looking at, and I normally don't do this, but when Hypebeast displayed the No Name after a day later, by the way, it was late, but a lot of comments said they was both fake woke, and I had to look at it. I was like, no, J. Cole's been woke for a minute, and No Name's been woke since she's came out, and she's really low key about it, but people don't pay attention. And so society needs to pay attention that they're both human, they both make mistakes, but at the same time, their opinions need to be heard.
Yeah, and I just think they go about things differently.
Exactly.
And I think we need to respect both ways that they, you know, go about things. And like to your point, Cole's been vocal about things in the past. A lot of different bodies of work where he's expressed like his anger and frustration with kind of the way that things are kind of happening and evolving in America. So I think it's important that, you know, we hear their opinions and we you know, respect their opinions because everybody's entitled to their own. And you know, I've seen stuff about, you know, J. Cole getting canceled. J. Cole's not getting canceled.
There's no way you. And see, this is the worst time to bring in cancel culture amongst the black community.
Absolutely.
Because you're putting two artists against each other that have similar views and similar opinions in different ways, and especially what I said last episode, that, you know, we should be protecting our black queens, but at the same time, you know, we got to protect each other as well because we're still the black community as a whole. So I feel that this is not the way to cancel someone, especially right now.
No, absolutely not. You know, even after talking to people really close to me, you know, women really close to me, you know, I heard through them like their frustration or their opinion or their view about what J. Cole said.
Of course.
And it wasn't, you know, like they were like, okay, J. Cole's canceled because of this song. It was more so like, yeah, you know, he could have said that better. You know, he could have used better wording, but, you know, J. Cole is still J. Cole. They still respect him, and they still understand that he's human like everybody else. So I think that's the type of, like, environment we need. We need to, like, look at things, assess and evaluate them for ourselves and come up to our own opinion. And we can respect other people's opinions at the same time. So
fair enough. Now that we got through the music, and that was one of my biggest points, I'm glad you're on the episode because I needed a real Cole fan, and especially me being a genuine No Name fan, this was actually very important for both of us to actually speak our point. But investing. You're the man to talk to about investing. What do you have to say about the market right now?
You know, it's been a very interesting year. It was very interesting before COVID. For those who really follow the market, there's been a lot of things that have been going on around the world. that have really just kind of spooked markets. So it's interesting to see here we are with COVID, and to see how much the equity market has rallied back, how much currencies have rallied back.
Not to interrupt you, but do you think it's going to stay like that, or do you feel like this second wave, because we haven't got out the first wave, is going to impact even more?
Yeah. So I think we're kind of getting to the point where the rally back has kind of been fully priced in, and there's really no room for it to evolve further without more clarity as in regards to COVID and everything else. So people are predicting that cases are going to spike as states start to open back up.
Of course,
which is expected.
It's going to be expected.
And so that's really going to drive some uncertainty. But there's a lot of businesses that have gone bankrupt, a lot of businesses that are searching for financing,
of course,
to stay above float. So I find it really hard to see the market rally more. And I think at the end of the day, people are going to have a need for dollars.
Of course.
To fund their businesses, especially for businesses that have that sell assets that are dollar based. So I think the dollar is going to start to appreciate a little more. People are going to understand that the equity market can't rally anymore.
Of course.
And they're going to start to take profit on stuff. So it's going to be a wild ride the second half of 2020.
I believe it's been a wild ride the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to get worse. I feel like, right now, we've got into the top of the hill on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And we've started to, come down a little bit.
Yeah.
But we really don't know how far the drop is. Right?
Oh, yeah, it could be down. It could be below the earth at this point.
Yeah.
I feel you.
We don't know if we're talking about, a Goliath type roller coaster or, a little bit of, colossal, whatever type roller coaster.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But, I think that's the kind of beauty in markets, right? Things go up, things go down, and
of course,
no matter which way they go, there's an opportunity to make money. There's an opportunity to help plan better your future, whether it be for retirement, college education,
of course,
or just for leisure. So I think there's a lot of different opportunities out there for people wanting to get into investing, etc. So
okay, that's real interesting. Now, not to change subject, we changing the subject just a tad bit. You're from California.
Yes.
You live in Minnesota.
Yes.
I know I saw something that your sister posted that said they might have a Klan rally in where you're from.
Yes, I did see that.
So I was wondering, what was your take on that?
I was kind of scared. Yeah. I think sometimes we as people we hear about these things, but we don't know how close they are to us. So to see that for me, I was a little shook. I was a little frightened because this is my hometown. Grew up there.
Of course.
And have since moved on. But to see stuff like that happening in a community where I used to go outside running down the street all the time. And this was the era before really before smartphones really popped off.
Of
right?
course.
So I'd be like, Mom, I'm going running, and she'd hope I'd show back up in 30 to 45 minutes.
Of course, because Black moms are very important to us, and
exactly.
And Father's Day is this coming up weekend, so
it's just a big deal. So
it's a real big deal.
Yeah, I'm just I'm hopeful that we will really start to see and initiate change that is going to be lasting.
Of course.
And that people will start to understand and see hey, there are some things going on that just aren't right. And so if we take it back to just the right or wrong type viewpoint, some of the things that have happened in America,
of course,
over the past couple weeks, months, years, etc.
Decades.
Yes, centuries. They're just not right. So
of course.
We need to fix them, right? That just is what it is. So
of course.
Until we really start to see that change, we're on a rocky road. So I'm actually headed back up to Minnesota, and it'll be my first time back since everything transpired.
Because you left, not to cut you off, but you left right before everything happened.
I did leave right before everything happened. Just out of coincidence, and was filled with phone calls, texts, everything, DMs about are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not in Minneapolis right now, but I appreciate you for reaching out. But I mean, you could see smoke from my apartment.
Yeah, I know. We've been there. So unless you moved again, if I'm not mistaken.
I did move.
Okay, so it's a new apartment.
Yeah, new apartment.
Okay, so
yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it because I wanted to catch you before you left. I don't know if you're coming back or not, but if you do come back, you're always welcome on the show, of course.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. I'm definitely have to come back on Sneakers and Stogies.
Yes, because Sneakers and Stogies, random idea, proven effective.
And it's quality, man.
Exactly.
Who doesn't like Stogies and sneakers?
Exactly. We got the sneakers here. We got the Stogies here, so might as well have both.
Absolutely. So I appreciate y'all for having me. Yeah, and we're gonna have to do this again, bro.
We are gonna have to do this again. We are ready, to now take our next break. One of our final breaks before we close out everything. We still have some topics we want to hit up, especially since it's being Concert Shirt Friday. So we'll be back. We're taking a nice, wonderful break. I want you to hit the yurt. Yurt!
It's your boys. We back. It's your boy. Optramus Primer if you're nasty.
And your YouTube villain, Landon Strange.
Why you do that with your voice, man? Like why?
You gotta change your voice, man.
Nah,
you gotta have different energy, man.
You act like you on a hotline for some old women that's
hey,
trying
man,
to
the
get
sugar
sugar
mamas
babies,
is what's
man.
up, though.
Hey, man, I need you to cut that out, man.
You want a PS5, right?
I
All right,
do,
then.
but I'm not.
All right,
I'm
then.
not doing my standards to make my voice that low. Like you sounded like a whole creep out here in these streets.
I ain't no
man.
creep, though, but
Shout out to Damo for bumping that table.
Exactly. Dropping the Switch games, hitting my raisin brain.
I believe he hit the table just so y'all know.
That was your back.
Growing, no.
Oh, not the back. So a flat surface hit a flat surface?
It causes like a crash. Live Roast Network, ladies and gentlemen. Live Roast Network. Hashtag now. All we need is that.
Hey, like we said, you can't watch this show and be having, your heart on your sleeve. 'Cause
Exactly.
We
You can't
will
do that.
roast you.
Live Roast Network. But let's get to one of the most important topics.
Okay.
HBCUs are canceling homecomings.
Man.
Coronavirus won again. It came out of halftime for this.
You realize July 1st is the start of 2020, right?
Yeah, we restarted the year again for the seventh time.
For the 7th time, cause first PV posted on their PV Energy or Experience Instagram, stating that their homecoming is canceled.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, if you read some of the comments, some of the alums are saying it's not on the official website. So we're still waiting.
We're waiting.
For the official website.
We're waiting live, ladies and gentlemen.
But G-Ho, greatest homecoming ever.
And then they just celebrate 100?
Yep. That's canceled.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
That's canceled.
G-Ho is canceled. G-Ho is canceled.
Canceled, man.
They got to start over.
So we waiting on TSU and PV to let us know what's up with homecoming, because I'm still expecting homecoming. I'm going to turn up because that's going to be my only break in the fall.
Yours and mine too.
From my doctoral. So
my master's too.
Look.
That's like midterm for me. It depends on the schedule.
Exactly. If I got to be on Zoom coming, that is fine. I'll be in my house.
Single barrel.
You know what? I might do it.
And we talking about the premium single barrel, not the non-degree. We talking about 131.5 proof single barrel.
If you never had it and you're not a drinker,
don't do it.
Don't do it to yourself. Don't feel like a big man with your big man pants on.
Don't do it. You're not ready for that life.
Exactly. Your soul will leave your body first sip.
Like first sip, it kicks you like bah.
Like not even gulp, sip. Like
it's like brown Everclear.
Yeah.
Or brown diesel. More brown diesel, because the beginning stage is brown Everclear. The later one is more brown diesel. So homecoming's being canceled. That really sucks though.
It sucks for all the recent graduates in May.
Yeah.
That really sucks, and it really sucks for the people that's graduating in December.
But it also sucks for the incoming freshmen.
Yeah, you know what, freshmen? I forgot about y'all.
We can't forget about the fishies.
I do apologize. I forgot about y'all. This would have been y'all first major experience
at an HBCU.
At an HBCU, but they not even gonna have parties. I don't think.
Oh no, too many people. You can't
risk it. You can't have a party and be 6 feet apart, because once that Beat King drop,
it's a wrap. Or that Meg the Stallion.
It's a wrap. You like, fellas, we all know. Once that song come on, or that Juvenile.
Boy,
Cash Money Records
from the
taking over.
From the 99 and the 2000.
You already know that you can't stay 6 feet from that round plumper.
Bop, 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 bop. So that's still a sad time, but We forgot to come with y'all last week about Bar 5015 in Houston. And there's been a lot of details that's been coming out, and it's been one of the most interesting parts of the week from a Houstonian perspective, especially being on the Alameda area. Because
Yes.
that video
was crazy. To be honest with you, how sick can you be to pour gasoline all over that? Like, it just reopened.
exactly.
Just reopened. It closed. Didn't it close like last year, Damo?
It did. It closed
It
last year.
closed last year, and they
Last summer. It's been a year since it was closed. Actually, because I remember going there with Channing.
and they reopened right when stuff was opening back up. Because of our Texas governor.
Let's not get started on his, nut shit stamp.
But
I'm still working on the stamp, by the way, but
oh yeah, nut shit stamp. That's gonna be a shirt too.
the show shirt for the website.
But it just opened up, and was crazy. The day that it exploded, I drove past it, and like I was coming from U of H playing Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
and I took Alameda to get home, and I was like, damn, why is everybody out today?
Exactly.
Like-
Especially in the museum district.
In the museum district, I'm like, why is everybody out? 5015 was packed. Turkey Leg Hut was packed. The little bar that was close by was packed. It was like everybody was packed. And then to wake up the next morning to hear that it exploded, I'm like, man, that's just some crazy shit to me, man.
Exactly. And I'll put the video on the B-roll right now so people that don't know what we're talking about can see this.
Look, good thing they had surveillance camera.
Yeah, that
To
and
see.
them and Trusted Kicks are good for having surveillance cameras, so I'm actually glad about that.
Then another story get broken
Yeah,
into
another
that you
shoe
sent
store
me?
in Houston got broken into, and I actually didn't visit it yet, but I wanted to go to it. I'm about to pull it back up.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? I understand, like, times is hard, but y'all really breaking into these black-owned businesses where people are really put their hard-earned money towards.
Because the same thing happened to the one in Austin, private stock ATX. When that guy broke into, I was like, bro, I'm trying to go over there and get a new mask.
Man, that's just crazy to me, man. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta chill out, man.
Yeah, it's Bounce Back HTX. That's the name of the store.
That's crazy.
That is-
and they just broke the door.
They broke the door.
Did they even take anything out of there?
Not that I've been reported, not that I've seen that's been reported on, because Petty Cash, posted it, and that's how I found out. I keep in touch with Petty Cash, thanks to them for the video, but it's a good thing. But before the video keeps running, PS5 prices, official prices. The all digital version is more, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
It's the other way around.
Yeah, the disc version is $4.99.
Yes.
If you want to purchase your games in the stores, and the digital version where you just purchase your games on the PlayStation Network is around $3.99.
Yes.
Me personally, I want to get the $4.99 one.
I'll pay it.
I'll pay that $4.99 because I'm old school. I like to not say stand in line and wait for my games at GameStop how we used to stand in
Yeah,
line
for
for
sure.
like Street Fighters and stuff like
Yes.
that and wait. But
Play the game before it comes out.
yeah, I'm used to purchasing the games and letting it load on my system, and like I don't know, it just doesn't feel authentic enough to me to just get the digital version.
Exactly. It won't feel the same.
Exactly.
But another topic that we gotta talk about is the cop that killed Breonna Taylor was fired but not arrested.
Why is this man not in jail?
That's the question. I've been seeing the trend since it happened. Like, arrest him.
Like I've been seeing memes like today's today's a good day to get Chick-fil-A, but also better to get her killer.
Best one, Wheezy F Baby, and the F stand for fucking arrest Breonna Taylor's killers.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's the one that I wanted to say, but it wasn't coming off the tip of the tongue.
And I remembered it. That's the crazy thing.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that justice system, But
It needs to be changed.
It needs to be changed, and her killer needs to be put in jail.
All three of them.
Like, honestly and truly, I feel as though they should get the execution.
But you know, Kentucky's laws are kind of different. So,
Yeah.
especially with their DA taking a picture with Trump and he's now Republican, that just threw me the fucking loop. Like, I saw that today. I was like, what the fuck? You're a black DA and you're siding with Trump, of all people? I understand you trying to get your money.
He's an Uncle Ruckus.
Boy, the new Uncle Tom for the decade, Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus. Speaking of Uncle Ruckus, I watched an episode of Boondocks last night, the episode where Obama got elected.
Bruh. Classic.
Classic.
Before the camera, try to times us out and hopefully keeps rolling, shoes. Grape 5, also known as top 3 champions, or Jim Reds.
I'm going with the Jim Reds.
They're both a miss for me. They're both a miss. And the reason I say they're a miss, because I had this conversation with 5 people within the last 2 days. Mm-hmm. You're ruining great shoes. The black grapes didn't come out until 2013. I was in Alabama. Mm-hmm. And the black fire reds came out in the early 90s. So for them to mix the shoe, you could have done something else. You could have made it a package or something, but that was not the way to go, in my personal opinion. And the Jim Reds, you're missing the low concourse, and I want to say the win like it's 1996, what made them lows, the bottom, and it just didn't sit.
Yeah.
They didn't sit well with me. Both pairs. And Nike are just fucking up pairs for people to try to get their redemption for the shoes that they lost on, but it didn't work. It's not working with me.
But if you had to pick out the two, who are you picking?
I'm picking the Gems. I'm sorry. I don't like, they're ruining 5s.
Yeah.
They ruined 5s.
I don't even like 5s. So you already know I'm
gonna have my 5s probably
13s.
For the season return, but that just ruined it for me.
Look, 13's way to go.
So, like I said earlier, before the camera tried to kill us, and hopefully keeps running. Please let it keep running. Today is Concert Shirt Friday. Now, my concert shirt, like I said the last episode, is the Yeezus tour. One of my favorite Kanye tours. Not his best, but it was the first time I got to see Kendrick Lamar live besides TSU. Mm-hmm. But for him to actually open up the show with no other opener, and to take the show with Good Kid, Mad City, and just run it before To Pimp To Pimp Butterfly.
Was supposed to be To Pimp a Caterpillar.
We know it was supposed to be To Pimp a Caterpillar, but it was some legal issues behind that. That's the only reason why.
Yeah.
But to him open up and control the crowd in the show, and then him doing the damn tour later.
Ooh, that damn tour was amazing. But then when Kanye took the stage, I think you should do that concert shirt for next episode.
The return for the midseason.
The damn tour.
I
actually stood in line and got you that shirt.
And I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. But when it comes to like the show, Kanye's energy at that show was different than Glow in the Dark, because he didn't have Lupe, Pharrell, or Rihanna, but it was just him going through the classics and also the original joints. I mean, the classics and then the Yeezus stuff, because remember what I said? One of our good friends, the dark-skinned Drake, apologized for that album.
Yeah.
And that's the first apology I've had in 7 years, and it was ahead of his time. It gave Jock or Travis Scott, for people who know him, his real first out there song that's on an album. Mm-hmm. And it actually showed like a different, like, music was changing with Kanye.
Exactly.
Because normally music changed with Cudi, and now it changed with Kanye, and tones have been changing ever since Yeezus really came out. How you make your music is different.
Exactly.
So before the camera really just closes out, I want to give y'all more. I'll probably do more if y'all like, comment, subscribe to the show. But closing remarks.
What you got?
What I got this week, I had a friend that actually told her story about her COVID issues and everything that happened. And I told her, I'm glad she's doing well. I'm glad everything's safe. So COVID is still real, so please be safe. If anything else, please be safe. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Wash your damn hands, people. Live Roast Network.
And my closing remarks is basically gonna be the same, man, until this COVID-19 settles. Like, check on your friends and family, man. Check on their mental. Like, some people are still like stuck in their houses to where they can't go places, and that's messing with their mental. If they're used to going out every Friday or even just to go out to a happy hour, check on them because they're probably going crazy right now.
Exactly.
And check on your nurse friends, your doctor friends, your lawyer friends, even your police officer friends, because it's a lot of stuff that's still going on that the news doesn't report.
Exactly.
So check on them, make sure their mental is good. And like, I know social media brings a lot of stuff up, but let's try to focus on not going against each other,
Exactly.
because I've been seeing a lot of stuff where a woman say, protect your black queens. Then you'll have some men that be like, why? Don't do that.
That's
Don't
just-
do that.
That's
like,
that's fighting the narrative.
exactly. Like, support your black queens and your black kings. Don't go against each other.
All right.
Because that's basically what they want to see is us against each other.
And this is not the time for that.
Exactly. This is not the time for that. Also, you know, if you need something to unwind, I recommend you go get you a JFR Nicaragua.
And mix that with some Jack Tennessee honey.
Yep. Or my preference, Hennessy.
To each his own. But this is the mid-season finale. We're gonna take a break. We're still gonna be recording, but in the editing process, we're gonna get everything in order. We're gonna put everything out, and also follow the subscriber list. It's on the Instagram. It's on the link tree. So make sure you follow it. This is our mid-season break.
And also follow our individual pages because we might do a little, you know,
The live.
Yeah, the live feed and maybe a little raffle once we had the shirts out.
Exactly.
And also, you know, we gonna also do a little box openings every now and then when we get our packages, and also we're gonna make a trip to Sweet Lip Cigar so you can see our experience.
Exactly.
So, and once we find other black-owned cigar lounges, hey, we're gonna keep y'all in the loop.
Exactly. That's what we want to do. So, mid-season finale. This is your YouTube villain, Landon Strange.
And your boy Optramus Primer if you're nasty.
And we out. We'll be back in a few. Yeah.